Another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, really. Still the same old, same old. Not bad. Not bad, boys. Beautiful day in SoCal, Southern California. Sunshine. Not bad. The police is out in full force. Ladies are out in full force. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Can't complain. Sun's out, guns out, boys. Let's see who comes in the old compound, and we'll get the show started, man. Good meeting yesterday with the boys in blue. Good old Trumpy skin, and then who else was there? The Canadian Prime Minister wasn't there. Shocking. You don't need isn't it funny? I think that's kind of funny, you know, just I don't think people know how big or little their countries are. I think they have the same outlook as, well, if America has it, we have it too, or we have it better. You know, I just think like the Canadian Prime Minister, you know, if he doesn't like, you know, you have an important meeting with all the European powers, and then there's obviously Mexico's not going to be invited, you know, obviously. And then the shun was Canada. Like, you're not that important as like a trade negotiator or trade partner. I haven't really. I wanted that other guy to win. That would have been, I think, a lot better for Canada. What's his name? Salami Pahlavi or whatever. The guy with glasses. He looks like our Speaker of the House. What's his name? I'm not good with names. Bobo, what's up, brother? What's up, Vato? Dale, Vato, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? I'm about to see my hombres this weekend, man. I haven't seen my boys growing up in a long time, in a while, so I'm excited to see the homies. I'll post I might post a picture of me and the homies. You guys can see what I grew up with here. The boys, dude. Yeah, that's like Ukraine's got to give up some of that land, man. They're going to give up Eastern Crimea's already been taken since 2012. They got to give up pretty much Eastern Ukraine, settle for peace, and they have to, which is good for Ukraine, is they can say, hey, we can't win this, we can never kick them out of our land, we end the war, we give it up for now, we rebuild, we actually have a standing military where everybody in Ukraine has to serve, and you get pumped and dumped full of American equipment. And you dig in and you build trenches on that land that is in between you and the new Russia of Eastern Ukraine. And the minute Putin passes, I would invade, dude. I would take it all back. The minute Putin dies, what, 2-3 years from now, the guy's gonna be older than balls later. That's their only option. Or just stay in the war, and eventually your army will lose, because Russia will just kill all Russia will kill their own to win. So it's not looking good for good old Ukraine, man. It's always good to meet familiar faces. Oh, yeah, man. I haven't seen my boys in a while. It's his birthday, his 37th birthday, so I'm gonna go down and hang out with him. Him and the old missus this weekend. Be pretty fun. these fools are wild, bro. Like, I used to be just as wild until I got like 33, 34. Then, like, my body gave up, man. But my boys are wild. We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. Hang out with his sister and his wife, and I haven't seen those mooks in a while. Freaking mooks, dude. And they drink Patron, man, and I'm not a tequila drinker. I can barely drink 2 or 3 beers these days, man. So I'm like the boring friend that just kind of sits there half the time. Oh, damn it. Good morning, you handsome vet. Hey, what's up, mama? Semper Fi, how you doing? Robert, what's going on, Devil Dog? How you guys doing, man? Long time no see. You old handsome devil, you. I get a little ego boost when I come here. Ladies, give me a little ego boost. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, with Ukraine, man, they're gonna have to. But I don't know, man. Like, it's tough to swallow knowing that you got to give up a lot of your country, but it's either that or you keep fighting this war and you got to keep paying for these weapons, and Ukraine is going to go bankrupt. And they just stockpile drones. If I were Ukraine, every industry would be making millions of drones ready for the next war, man. If I were Ukraine, I would be just like Poland or Taiwan. That's it. Poland, even the Baltic states, Latvia, Estonia, they're building a big old, all 3 of those, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, they're building like a fortification along all their borders, man. That's what they got to do. They can't do it any other way. They got to dig in, man. Because Russia will either do it again in the future. We all pretty much know that. Or if I were Ukraine, I would wait till Putin dies. The minute he dies and it's his freaking funeral, the day after, I would invade, man. I would invade the whole Eastern Bloc and get those territories back. But I don't know about the peace, man. I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure how it's going to go. It'll be interesting. Macron was there. Hey, what's her name from Italy? Where's E from Italy, dude? She's cool. I like that chick. The chick, the Italian prime minister, she's a badass, dude. You're correct in your assumption. Hey, what's up, Steven? You're correct in your assumption. Whiskey, beer, and a shiner. What's up, Uncle Andy, dude? Long time no see, brother. Check. How's it going, brother? It's going good, man. That's her name, Georgia Milani? Dude, she's cool, man. She's cool. The Canadian Prime Minister wasn't there, man. They axed him out. You don't want people. This is a problem with people. Like, you got to know when you're gonna lose, and it's okay to lose. It's okay to retreat. Like, people have a thing with retreating in like military sense of words. Like, the Marine Corps, we retreat all the time. We retreat to dig in, to re-engage, and then to re-attack. And, people have a weird thing with retreating. Like, hey, if I'm going to lose, you retreat, man. You retreat, rethink your strategy, dig in, find your own battlefield, and let the enemy come to you. But like politicians, you got to win the war, right? You got to win that war. You got to win that war. You got to look like you won. I don't know. Zelensky, and then if the war ends, they got to have an election. Like Zelensky says, during wartime, we don't have an election. It's like, really? During wartime, no more elections, huh? That's interesting, because America, we went through like 4 presidents before we ended the war. We love war, man. War's like a thing Americans like to do, you know. State Farm, what's up, Alcatraz? Or Alcaraz? What's up, MAGA Meat Udder? Mega. I only care about saving money on my car insurance. Hey, man. Mercury, there's Geico, State Farm, Jake with State Farm. You got that crazy bitch and Progressive. We learned after WW dose when we're a boom economy, war is profitable. WW2, last war we fought for ideology. Yeah. That was, I mean, we had it. That was, I mean, Germany brought the noise. You know, Japan had brought the noise. So we had you, man. That was a must. And, you know, due to those two countries wreaking havoc in Asia and in Europe, you know, America's military was the only one standing strong with little to no damage to it. You know, our military grew by 1,000% during World War II. And then while obviously Germany's army collapsed, France's army collapsed, England, you know, was obviously bankrupt after the war. Russia, I mean, they lost like 50 million people. Whether you win or lose, that's a loss. You know, you lose that many people, that's not necessarily a win. You just survived. And then Japan wrecked China, which was never really a threat, pretty much ever in my whole, like, in existence. Obviously, Japan took themselves down, took out everybody else around them. So that was the last war that we had to win. Like, we had to go after the entire nation because they were out of their mind in World War II. Out of their mind. Oh, Saddam was pretty bad. He was just a wacko, dude, with way too much power, messing up the oil system, trying to get nukes, you know, not having it. Americans ain't putting up with that crap. The USS Liberty, W2 was wondering by U.S. industry and Russia lives. Yeah. U.S. industry and Russia lives. Yeah, man. Like, because we could have joined, you know, like in 1940, probably 1939. We could have helped out a lot more, but, you know, if you're going to jump into a boxing match, wait till the two guys are all beat up. Then you go in, you know, nice and easy, warm up, you know. You don't have to go all... And then, the fighters took... Yeah, you're right. Russia's lives and our equipment. And all Russia did was just park all their crap, you know, all their Katyushkas and their artillery shells, and just launched, you know, full-on waves and barrages at the Germans. That's not really strategic. That's just an all-out assault. You know, we don't fight wars like that. Russia's still trying to fight a war like that. You know, that's how they fight wars. Afghanistan, they kind of did the same thing. They'll just go around smoking fools, and they had a bad time in Afghanistan. Our boys, we had a decent time. It wasn't all that crazy, but we took losses in Afghanistan, but not like the Russians, man. The Russians would lose 10,000 troops pretty quickly. Marry me, what? Russian soldiers went and unarmed and picked up. Yeah, dude. Imagine that, dude. And I can see that, dude, because, like, you know, when I was in the military, when you serve, man, you realize that the equipment's old, you know, because you have to mass produce equipment all at once, and that's very hard to do. You know, you got to have you're going to arm, you know, 1 million people. You got to arm 1 million people with 1 million rounds, with 1 million uniforms. That's a lot. And if you don't have that, you're going to dig deep into your stockpiles of bull crap. And the Russians ran out of bull crap. Yeah. They just said, go, man, you got to go and fight for Mother Russia. Dude, that must have sucked balls, dude. That has to be just the worst. If we fought, Sun Tzu taught the way wars would be shorter and not as hard on our own resources. Yeah, I think, Robert, I really do think we do that. I'll get back to that. That's a good one. If you wore blue contacts to make your brown eyes blue, oh, great. Yeah, I think we do fight like that, Robert. Like, Operation Iraqi Freedom. It took us like not even 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was like 20 days to completely invade Iraq and completely take it over. So I think we do fight like that. The problem with our military is it gets politicians get involved, and it's like, well, let's help these poor people out and rebuild, and then it extends it. But the initial strike, the way we wars, it's unless you have a robust air defense, which no one in the world does. Our missiles will get through and we'll bomb you back to the Stone Age. The only thing you'll bring to the battlefield are men with rifles, and I'm a man with the rifle, and that's what Marines want. I don't want to look up in the sky for drones. I don't want to look at my feet for IEDs. I need to find the enemy. And if they're willing to come out to the battlefield with just a rifle, then by all means, that's what I want. I think our military is so vast, man. Like, I don't think anyone knows how it can all work all at once until people start planning it. Then it's like, oh wait, what do we have to hit this location? Oh, we got this new missile that does this and that and that. It's like, oh, okay, well, and the world's small, right? I mean, the world's super small. It's not as big as we once thought. I mean, our bombers flew from Texas all the way through Iraq, over oceans and atmospheres and other countries and other people's airspace. We don't care. Like, if you can shoot it down, shoot it down. But they can't. No one can. I wonder if we could shoot down our own stealth bombers. That would be interesting. Transformer used to have a cartoon. Now it's a gender reference. Transformers. Yeah, there's every once in a while you might see but trannies, dude, Transformers, they've been around forever, man. Like, I grew up with those guys out in like the desert. There's like my mom would always be scared that we would be taken by Transformers that were Indian out in the desert, because they would show up at night, in a dress, and these big Indian dudes would be walking around. I mean, that was in the 80s, man. Like, that was in the 80s. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. We just let them have a voice forever, and we shut that shit down pretty quick now. I don't want them putting chemicals in the water that turn freaking frogs gay. It's like this weekend we saw a bunch of like a couple, I think. I don't even know anymore. Like, I don't even know. They go to their weird places and I go to my weird places. They can, as long as they don't bug nobody. As long as they don't bug nobody, I don't really care. I think it's weird, and I think you have a mental illness, but not me to I'm not a judge. I never went to judge school. Never went to judge school. I don't know how to judge people that way. Is there any salty army here? Oh yeah, there's some army who was here that show up. Yeah, a lot more people in the army than the Marine Corps. That's for sure. The Army needs everyone, man. I mean, you guys got so many jobs in the Army. It's wild. The Marine Corps, you had infantry, military police, motor T, which is a driver, mechanic, guy that specializes in fixing vehicles because we need those out there. And comm is very important, communication. So we have guys that can fix radios. That's pretty much it, dude. That's all the Marine Corps really. Aviation, we need people on the flight deck refueling. I know that. That's it, man. Army, you got millions of jobs, man. It's amazing. Air Force, you got thousands of jobs you can pick from, all different. Marine Corps, you got very select few. Even when you sign up for your job, if the infantry needs you, you're going to get pulled in because every Marine is a rifleman. You join the Marine Corps and they need you, and we're running out of bodies. Whatever job you think you're doing, you have to fight for the Marine Corps. Always, 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 always. Rifleman first. That's right, brother. David, that's a bit happy when hungry. That's hangry, dude. Happy when angry when hungry. Hangry. I met a woman named Summer. Ooh, I like that name, Summer. Summer teeth. Her. some of her teeth there, some of her teeth here. We call that a gummer, dude. What is the meaning of this? Oh man, I don't know. I mean, the meaning of the war in Ukraine, no one knows. No one really cares. The war in Gaza, as long as Israel, I mean, it's already over. Israel just hasn't said like, oh, we declare victory. They just like are waiting. The minute the war in Ukraine and Russia over, the war in Israel will be done. They just need to get it over. And everyone makes a little money on top because transactions have to happen from one country to another. So yeah, when money gets involved, the war will last a little longer. Everyone will make a little profit, especially Big Daddy USA, brother, USA will get a little scoop. I wish we could see that money. That'd be nice. Well, God ain't making any more land. What the was that? A freaking rock just hit my car. Damn it. You see, I didn't crack my window. That would have sucked. My teacher said they're fighting over land. Well, what is land? What is land? What is land? What can you get from taking over 100 miles of land? There better be something underneath the land. Or I better be able to grow crops on that land. Land is great. If it's shitty land, I don't want it. I'm not going to invade North Dakota. Isn't it like always snowing up there and tornadoes? I don't know. I'm just kind of picking a random spot. You would invade New York for the land, but you'd invade New York because there's, 20 million people there. And if you take over New York, you basically take over the 20 million people to pay you taxes. If you invade the Oblasts and Ukraine, there ain't that many people there. So if you take over the land, there better be some oil, some mining, some minerals around those lands, or it's kind of worthless. If you can't grow a bunch of crops, because you can sell all your grain to other countries and make some bank. I don't know. It's kind of, you got to describe, land is land, like we put Indians in reservations because we wanted their land, because they we want to build stuff on it. So get out of my way. room to live. Yeah, Lebensraum. Yeah, yeah, Lebensraum. Yeah, they want but the land that Russia's going after is not for the German folk. You know, it's not Lebensraum. It's I want their resources. And I think that's Russia's not trying to expand for the Russian people. He's trying to expand for the government. That's another. And well, actually, I'm wrong, because Lebensraum was also he wanted the resources in the Caucasus and stuff, and he wanted Russia's wheat field. So yeah, I'm actually kind of wrong. Yeah, Lebensraum. It's always we're the only country that doesn't really do that. You know, we will invade Iraq and we'll tell I'm sure the people that run the oil businesses out there, hey, you're gonna do this or we're gonna invade you again. So, oh, okay, and they go, okay, and okay, good. Then we'll put a base in your country and just kind of leave it there. We don't try to take over anything. We just, have the biggest boomstick on the court, dude. The who makes the rules. The who has the biggest stick on the yard makes the rules. Just tell me we're invading for resource. What? Just tell me we're invading. Yeah, I wish, dude. I wish, Robert. I wish they told us that in Iraq. Like, hey guys, look at if I were Bush. But that's the thing. People won't vote yes just for resources. They have to be emotionally charged to vote yes to get us to go to war. So I can see why they lie. Nuclear bombs are scary. Operation Iraqi Freedom. We're going to liberate the Iraqi people. I wish they would just say, dude, like, China's pushing into North Korea. We can't have this huge communist block of bullcrap. Like, we got a military. We're going to go get some. Like, okay, I get that. China's been bugging, that was the Korean War, and like Vietnam, same thing. Like China's been pushing this commie crap to Vietnam. We're just gonna show up and see and get some and get out of there, but yeah, you can see both sides. Like I wish they would say, hey guys, like Saddam may or may not have nukes. He's a crazy man, so I'm sure he wants them. But we don't really think he has them. He just messes with like the oil production and goes after you like cheap oil? Well, me too. So, and then 9/11. Once 9/11 happened, it's all we were gonna bomb someone sooner or later. Proxy war, yeah. Cause of oil, yeah. Just tell me your resources don't lie to me. Yeah, man, I wish they would. To just think about it. After 9/11, everybody voted yes for war. No one cared about Iraq or Afghanistan. You barely had to say anything. It was a yep, let's go. A couple people tried to say no to it, but they were basically shunned. It was a golden goose. Man, and that just got done with, dude. I mean, that was in 2001, man. That got done with not too long ago. I want peace in my time, man. Since I've been born, most Americans listening, since I've been born, we've been at war my whole life, almost. Since Desert Storm, man. Since I can remember watching TV with my dad. We watched Desert Storm in 91. I was probably 4. I remember, and then all the little, blips around the world, watching it, the embassies getting blown up. That was always on the news. Pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild stuff. You think about it. And if we end the war in Ukraine and Russia, and whoever wins that, I can care less. Gaza or Israel takes over Gaza and that's over with. I don't know, man. Like, that'll be the first time in my life that there won't be a war going on, which is pretty pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. Peace in our time, right? What's up, King? You misspelled Israel? Oh, did I? That's okay. I'll fix it later. Thank you, though. Oh, what's up, Jacob? You can be one of the first ones on the front line. Real easy to call for war if someone else is going to die for you. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, Jacob. Yeah. I agree with you, man. A lot of people call for war. It's pretty wild. A lot of people that don't know what war's about, you know, yeah, I don't, you know, calling them spineless cowards is a little much. I would say just, you got to you know, it's someone at a bar, Monday morning quarterback, telling the bartender that the New England Patriots should do this, Bill Belichick's wrong, Alabama football's not that good. You know, it's like, you're sitting at a bar on a Monday morning trying to coach an NFL team. Like, what are you talking about, man? You know, people take ownership in what they love, and people will talk about going to war. I got you. Never found weapons of men. Oh, no, MAGA. No, never found WMDs. Not even close. How could they? How could you build a WMD in Iraq when you can't produce like fresh water? You know, your country is a brain, right? So if you think about Iraq as a brain, and you go inside that brain, and that brain can't produce fresh water, I don't think they could produce a nuclear weapon. Just my outlook on life. And you know, you hear about Iran running out of water. You guys hear about that? All that water was probably going to making nuclear weapons, or the reactors. And so they've been probably burning their water, you know, trying to build these things, and it just doesn't work. Doesn't work. People don't die in football. War isn't a game. Well, you know, as someone who's fought in Iraq in 2007, I can relate it to football. It's very, you know, you and your boys got to show up every day. When you're there, you can't. All you talk about is the game. You pick your battlefield, or you're playing your football field. You're the home or away. It's a skill. Fighting a war is a skill in America, and as a Marine, there's levels to how far up you can go. And if you're a rookie, you're not going to go to the front lines. You got to go through the steps to understand that if you meet me on the battlefield, you have to be up to speed with me. You know, in the Marine Corps. You know, that's why Marines and Army guys don't really fight. We fight with each other or next to each other, but we're in a different, same, you know, because there's levels to this. We can still do it. Like, the Marine Corps and my boys in the Navy have more, we speak more alike, you know, than guys in the Army. Me and the guys in the Navy, we have the same lingo, the same mindset. But the training value is different. You know, it's extremely different. Heavy water. They need heavy water. They need heavy water. And I think Iran burned through all their water, dude. They're running out of water. What a bunch of fucking mooks, dude. That's what happens when you're ran by a Muslim radical dude and your country sucks balls. What a waste. What a waste. How could they have those types of weapons when they just now started having nuclear production? Yeah. Yeah, it was all a farce. The WMDs in Iraq were all a sham, dude. All a sham. That was the biggest, like, I get not a false flag, but that was a scam, dude. We got scammed. But at the same time, man, like, I fought that war in Iraq, dude, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay that they bullshitted me to sign up, because I understand that it just has to happen, you know. War, Americans like going to war, man. We're really good at it. We just built like 10,000 M1 Abrams tanks in the 90s, and we kind of used them in Desert Storm, so let's use them again. Wink, wink, you know. If you don't use it, you lose it. Hey, what's up, Vincent? Hey, Forrest Gump. My name's Forrest Gump. What a great movie, dude. Bubba. There's a typo in your tagline. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, Israel, right? I think I misspelled it. Can you do a Donald Trump impersonation? No, I can't, dude. I can't do a Trump impersonation. I can't. He has a whole different personality, man. The guy's been alive for a long time, man. Seen a lot of crazy things. What's up, Alyssa? You're a year older than me. I remember when a couple of the seniors from my school went to Afghanistan. Yeah, that was if we're roughly the same age, man, like 14, there's like 20 or 32 seniors on my football team, 22 or 32, and 14 of us, last time I counted, 14 of us joined. Out of my whole, like half my football team joined the military some way or another. Army, Marine Corps. I think it was just Army and Marine Corps, really. What's up, Jay? MOS, I was military police, brother. 5811. Semper Fi, man. Lieutenant Dan, how you gonna talk or walk with Jesus? You ain't got no legs. Bubba, you ain't got no legs. Did you go right after you graduated? Yeah. So I think I graduated in April, and May, June, July, August, September. I left in September. So I basically had another summer off, you know? And then like started the school year in September, I left. And, you know, instead of, I went basically right after. As fast as I could, I left. That's none of your business. We have our own issues. That's right. Got your own issues. I brought you some ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Yeah, so after high school, me and the old recruiter out here in California got together, signed up, and we bounced, man. Me and my boys. And then, I had two of my buddies go in the Marine Corps, my tight end and my receiver. They joined. They were the first two to join. Then me and my four-back joined. And then my left tackle joined. And then another receiver that I had joined. My whole offense that I played football with ended up joining the Marine Corps, basically, or the Army, something like that. And a lot of them still live out here. I think they all got out. None of us stayed in, that's for damn sure. I got a 120, I think, in my ASVAB, dude. I got like an 85, bro. It was like a 87, 85, something like that. They hounded you for months? Oh, for sure, dude. 97, nice. I gotta go. Peace, stay safe, everyone. Bobo, brother, super fine, man. Thanks for joining in. You know what, Bobo, I gotta. Thank you, man. I'm not too bright, dude. Don't even worry about it, man. I scored an 85 or 87, and to become a military police. A 5811, I had to be like a 90 on the ASVAB, and I told my recruiter, I was like, dude, I'm not taking these. I joined the Marine Corps to not take a stupid test. I want to be an MP. If I can't do that, then I'm out. And he was like, don't worry about your ASVAB, dude. I'll make sure you get in. I was like, all right, good, fine. And like a week later, he called me. He's like, yeah, you're good, man. MP, you're going to leave in September. I left on my birthday. And then, yeah, that was it. And the rest is history, man. I think I got lucky on the test. The math part I winged. And the only thing I get right on tests are the math parts, man. I don't do good with anything else. Math is just kind of, you know, it's just numbers to me. I can figure out the numbers. But like I don't know. Dude, I probably came in there like half stoned or drunk and I did whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking taking a test. All I wanted to do in life was play football, and that was it. And then once that ended, like after I graduated, I tried to go to junior college for like a month or two, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I threw those books out the window on my way home, and never looked back, man. Never looked back. That's got me to where I am here, man. It was a tough contract, tough years, you know. Love it or hate it, but you know, I'm glad I did it, man. I'll never have to search for anything in my life again. You know, some people want, you know, you hear it in politicians. You hear it in family members, like they're lost. They have no purpose. They're always trying to find something to call their own, or, you know, I'm like, dude, I fought for this country. This country is more mine than Joe Schmo right here. And then I also tell people too, man, like, if you have that feeling where you want to do something and you just raise a family in America, and that's it, man. That's what America's built for. That's what America's built for. And you just, it's like an ego thing, you know. You want to do something extraordinary, you know. You want to be recognized for your whatever, and most people will do a lot of crazy things to try to get that, or they'll just try to buy nice things, you know. I got the fancy car. They want to feel important when, you know, I don't want to feel anything. I just want to get up every day and see the sunrise and the sunset, see a nice pretty lady by the beach and go, hey girl, hang out with my nephews, my family. That's it, man. And I've been shooting for that goal ever since. It took me a while. Some, you know, ups and downs in life. Sure. Would you join again? I think, yeah. I mean, that's kind of hard to answer, because if, like, say right now, like in real life right now, if someone said like, hey, we need people to join, and there was a special program for X, I know I wouldn't. If I had the knowledge I do now and rewind the clock, I still would, yeah. Because I wanted to. I wanted to do it. I really, really wanted to do it. I wanted to go and fight and come back. I didn't care about anything else. Like, I had a goal in my mind, you know. Maybe the better question is, would you tell a family member at 16, 17 to join up, or would you recommend it? Absolutely, I would recommend it. If you're a young buck, dude, and, you know, if you're like me, or had any ideas like I did, where it's like, dude, I don't want to go to school, like, I don't want to be around the city I grew up in. Like, I love everyone, but I needed to get out mentally and get out of my own little bubble. And if you feel that way, go, man. And, you know, this way, nothing can suck more than, like, your own decision. So when I'm in a bad situation, I just think, well, at least I'm not in boot camp anymore, you know. At least I'm not in my fighting hole in my sleeping bag in the middle of Iraq, freezing my nutsack off. At least I don't get upset as much anymore because it's, nothing can get as worse as that. So it's a good learning experience. And living life is just as dangerous as, going out and not as dangerous, but when you're in your car, man, someone can hit you. You can be hit by a car, struck by lightning, for God's sakes, who knows? So you live a dangerous life anyways. You're just used to one side of that life, that coin, right? If I flip the coin over, you're going to panic and be like, oh, war is super dangerous. I don't want to die. It's not right. Killing's bad. It's like, well, you just live that life and then come back and you're like, whoa, I live both sides of the coin and it's all the same. It's all irrelevant. Yeah, I mean, my like nephews, man, if they don't, they ain't going to no college. Let's just put it that way, all right? I don't think they're going to no college. Maybe. I don't know. Like, it's different these days. I look at them and they read and write and it's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're, because I learn different, and they're learning a whole nother way of learning, I guess. But in college, what are you going to go to college for? To get a degree in basket weaving? Like, they're not going to be an engineer. Maybe, but I doubt it. They're not going to be a archaeologist or whatever fucking stupid thing you need. So I'd be like, dude, if you're not going to college for a reason or to play a sport, get a job or join the military. You got 3 options. 3 options, man. You can always get a job at any point in your life. You can always go to college whenever you want. But the military, you got to go when you're 17, 18 years old, or you'll never do it. You'll never do it. And by the time you get out, you'll be 23, 22, 23, dude. You'll still be in your prime with a ton of money, a lot of experience. You'll be ready to rock, man. What's up, Ben? I care about sending billions of dollars to Israel because there are universally health care paid by our U.S. tax dollars, and we are on check away from homelessness. I can see why you care about that. I can see why you care about that. Israel needs to end the war. They need to invade the rest of Gaza, whatever pockets have left. I think Gaza City and like two other places are still like controlled by Hamas. Once Israel gets that done, it'll be over. Give it like another 6 months. Then Gaza, Israel will bulldoze everything. And am I ticking? Did I lose? What's going on? What happened here? Hey, what's up, Tim? How you doing, brother? Semper Fi, Devil Dog. Yeah, give Israel like 6 more months, and they'll wipe out everything. There'll be a Trump Tower there soon. It's not a. Hey, what's up, Tom? How you doing, brother? Military to die for Israel. I'm not sure what that means. What military? Israel has a pretty good military like Poland, man. Israel and Poland, Taiwan, Ukraine needs to become like them. Just a vast military of war fighters, a lot of technology ready to rock at any time. Ukraine wasn't ready, man. I'm surprised, dude. I mean, those boys in Ukraine that kicked out the Russian troops in the initial invasion, what a amazing job they did, man. Do you ever go to Laughlin? Yeah, hell yeah. I love Laughlin, man. Love Laughlin. They all share borders with the enemies our military's made to reach out. That's why man. You're right, Robert. We got a special saying in our military. It's called reach out and touch someone. If you can't reach out and touch your enemy, then you're not really doing shit. Like Robert said, we can reach out and and touch anyone at any time for any reason, man. For any reason. And we'll tell you we're doing it. We'll tell you we're doing it. That's how much balls we have, dude. We'll tell you straight up, hey man, you got like 3 days or we're gonna start bombing you. And there's nothing countries can do about it. There's not one thing they can do about it. You can try to build stuff in a mountain, under the sea, or in between my legs. It don't matter. If you're not using it, you're losing it. That's right, brother. I'm going this weekend. Oh, I love Laughlin, dude. The Riverside, I haven't been there in a while, man. The Riverside I used to go to a lot in Laughlin. I think it's called the Riverside. There's a couple other hotels out there, but I love Laughlin, man. You can just walk around and good cheap drinks, fun gambling. I love Laughlin, dude. If you're not, we have an agreement with Israel on Taiwan as it protects much of our interests. Ukraine, not the same. You're right. Time, right there, brother. Yeah. I think time we're gonna use Ukraine just like Israel and Taiwan, right? We're gonna use, it's perfect. We use Israel for the Middle East, we use Taiwan for Asia, and we're gonna use Ukraine for Europe. Or what? I mean, Russia's in Europe and some of Asia. I'm sure we're gonna have a massive military base in Ukraine soon. That would be ideal. I'd be like, hey, Ukraine has to lose the territory, and I would tell Trump, or I would tell Zelensky, I'll put 50,000 Marines or military personnel in the heart of Kiev, and Russia will never invade ever again, because they can't. They'll lose. You only invade a country knowing that you're gonna win, man. And Russia will kill everybody to get there. It's wild, dude. Wild. It's all about conquest, same as it ever was. Yeah. Hey, I don't mind conquering another country. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it, brother. I don't mind it one bit. I'm all about it. You know, Israel needs to conquer Gaza. More power to them. Russia wanted a little buffer. I get it. I get why Russia did it. I get it. You know, I'm not mad that they invaded Ukraine, but at the same time, they're not going to go any farther. I don't think so. You got to end it. They tried. Now China, man. China with Taiwan. I want to see that. I want to see China put. How many people do you need? How many people did on beach on, 100,000, 200,000 people? With tanks, fuel, food, water. I want to see China put, 200,000 people on a boat for the initial invasion. I want to see that shit show, dude. That's going to be an absolutely slobber knocker for Taiwan. Imagine being like an artillery guy, looking at the water of Taiwan, and you just see boat, and you just start lighting these dudes up, man, with precise aiming, and you just see this little thing on the water go poof, and you hit like about 100 people in that boat, poof. Dude, it would be a disaster. That whole ocean would turn red, dude. Turn red and full of gas and oil. It would be on fire, dude. That whole place would be on fire. The Taiwan Strait, dude, that would be wild, dude. Straight up wild. 21, yes, that's a good number. This guy's air, he's just spitting grizz. Yeah, brother. Grizzy grizz. I don't know. I don't know what these guys talk about grizz. I don't know. I was thinking like grizzly chew. You know, I was like, yeah. I like grizzly, a little grizz, you know. It'll be a disaster, dude. It'll be a fucking disaster if China does that. Imagine China trying to put... Taiwan will see it. They'll see a bunch of boats and a bunch of military personnel getting on. They'll be bombed. They'll have to start bombing Taiwan the minute they start putting people on boats, because they got to cut off the air and the land. They can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. The Philippines are not going to put up with that ish, dude. No one's going to want to put up with that crap. No one likes China. No one likes the Chinese, and no one likes China. They smell. They cook fish all the time. They're rude. They smell really bad. Like, no effing way, dude. They don't know how to drive. I don't need it. No one likes them. No one likes China. They're stupid. A lot of them are really stupid, really ignorant, stupid. I actually don't know. I grew up with people from Korea and the Philippines a lot, and Vietnam. So Philippines, Korea, and Vietnam. I didn't grow up with any Japanese kids, but Korean for sure. My right guard on my football team, his last name was Kim. So, and then he was from South Korea. Big dude, big old strong Korean kid, man. Love that guy. I see him every once in a while around hometown, man. And I knew him since I was in like first grade. Elementary school or something. I forget when I exactly met him, but what's up, Joe? And to think this guy was the fastest swimmer. What's up, Steve? I think you could refer that to Russia. Yeah. Hey, Grizz, my homie from the street. What's up, man? It's all good. I don't support anything or anyone but America. Not Ukraine, not Europe, especially not Israel. Hey, Grizz, my man, I'm kind of with you, man. I support Americans, and I don't care about Ukraine all that much. I find it interesting, you know. I find the war interesting. But if Russia wins, Ukraine wins, I would like Ukraine to win if I had a pick. I would like Israel to win. I mean, Israel's gonna win. I mean, the other team doesn't have a military. And I'm all for our pit bulls attacking everybody. As long as the Middle East hates Israel, they don't hate us. That's my only, loophole around that, Grizz. And if Russia hates Ukraine, we're not in that Cold War era anymore, So, we're at the top, brother. You want to buy weapons? I'm cool. I'm cool. Just you guys do your own thing. I'm just gonna hang back and leave me out of it. I'll kind of just do my business with Israel, and the European Union can buy all their weapons for Ukraine. Israel can just wipe out all of Gaza for all I care, and Bibi Netanyahu can do whatever he wants. I'm all for it, man. But I like I said, it's Monday night football, man, and Chicago and Tampa Bay are playing. I don't care who wins or loses. I'll just watch the game. I just want a good game. That's it, brother. Super Bowl, Dallas Cowboys haven't made a Super Bowl in 40 years, man. Since the 90s. I'm sorry, 30, whatever. I still watch the Super Bowl. I don't really care who wins because it ain't my team, but I just, as long as it's a game, right? I just want a good game. And Israel's kicking the living dog shit out of whoever they're fighting. I don't know. And Ukraine's hanging on. Ukraine's doing a lot of damage to Russia, but how long could they keep this up for? That's the question. Putin will kill everybody. I think we all know that. In the end of the day, man, I don't care. I care about what I'm gonna do in the next 24 hours. Hey, it's my dad's birthday. Hey, Candy. Thank you for the 10 bomb, man. Dropping 10 bombs like you're in Vietnam. Candy James, thank you. Semper Fi. Hell yeah. A little motivating. That's a Tuesday. Motivating Tuesday, man. I'm about to get a good present for my pops. He's turning 71 today, man. 71. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it, Candy James. Hey, man, you too much. Appreciate it. 10 bomb like you're in Vietnam, Candy. I'm a Redskins fan, dude. The Skins. All right, man, Grizz. You're a Skins fan, man. We've been going through it a little bit, brother. I mean, we're in the same goddamn division. The Eagles have been kicking our asses for. I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole, man. But the Redskins, man. I'm a Redskins fan. I will be. I will buy a jersey. I will support the troops. They just got to change their goddamn name back, dude. I don't want to call them the Commanders. The Indian dude on that jersey was an iconic piece of NFL history, man. You guys got to get that. That's like Dallas Cowboys losing their star. It's like, what? I don't, I hope they change it back, man. I really do. I really, 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 really do. My dad turns 87 Saturday. Dude, Candy, I hope my dad gets to live that long. He's in good shape. He's survived colon cancer, which is a very big deal, but he had to have surgery. I hope he lives that long. I really do, man. I love my family. I more than ever as you get older, right? W2 is we fought for ideology, not profit. You're right. Running here, killing us, made a mistake, cost them, but they, Europe, yeah. What's up, Cast Iron? Ukraine was duped into a war by NATO. Ukraine was duped by war with NATO, I guess. I mean, you can't say that. Let's be clear. No one could be duped from and doing anything. That means you're gullible and that you're retarded. They pushed Russia to the breaking point. But Russia's still invaded. You invade a sovereign country, you're gonna be liable. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, be right back. I gotta go run in and grab something. Stand by. Time, hold down the fort. My dad turns 80. I hope, Candy, that my dad gets to live that long. I really do. Hold down the fort time. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back, good sir. Right back. Damn it. Don't you hate when you freaking go on the wrong day to somewhere? I should have... Tomorrow. I need to come back here tomorrow. Damn it. I get like 50% off of stuff, man. All right. Let's get out of here. What's up, fam? Do. We have zero need to be there, yeah. Oh, I'm sore. Right in the chest. Did a little chest workout yesterday, boys. All right, let's go home. All right, we got another long drive, man. Another long drive. Let's go out this way. Damn, man. I should have came. I knew I should have just came yesterday. What's tomorrow? Wednesday, yeah? I should have waited. I should have waited. All right, now I got to buy something for my dad. 71. What does a 71-year-old man want? I would get him like a gift card, but that's no thought. I'm not sure. What's up, Cast? Comparing another country to America is like comparing apples to oranges. Yeah, you can't. It's very hard. You can't, because, you know, our first two rules are you can say whatever you want and you can buy a boomstick. If you go to another country, you can't do any of those. You know, you can't do any of those. So American society is just it's almost uncomparable. Yeah, you go to Mexico, you can't be talking about the crime or you can't protect your family from anybody. You just got to sit there. You go to Canada, like Alberta is trying to become the 51st state. Like, hey, Ransom Jackson's from Alberta, I believe, right? He's all for it, man. We gotta get Denmark to sell Greenland to us and have an agreement with the citizens of Denmark. Like, you could fly to Greenland, get a visa or green card, and become a U.S. citizen that way. That would be pretty cool. So Bobo can get over here. That'd be sweet. And here's another thing I always think about. So Trump's gonna take something, right? We know the U.S. is gonna take Greenland. I don't get another state involved in Canada. I don't know, something big. You know, it's Trump. He's gonna do something big. So if you just let Russia take some of Ukraine, right? Obviously, Israel's taken Gaza, and then, you know, poor little U.S. of A. It's like, what do we get? We allow all this to happen. What do we get? You know, Greenland sitting right there. This way, no one will complain. That's my thing. Is your birthday in September? September, brother. What's up, J-Stick? This is why you will never a big following. Still wish y'all a good day. This is why you'll never have a big following. Okay. Those people who shy away aren't wanted anyway. No big loss. Yeah. What's up, J Case 23? What's up, man? Yeah, September, man. I'm a September baby. I'm a September baby. It's going to be an interesting golf cart. Am I by a golf thingamabobber? I am. No, not that one. That one. That's good. Good. Yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see. And Lethal off the race, dude. We're gonna nail the cartels, man. I'm so happy that we're gonna fuck up Mexico. I'm so happy, dude. It's so stupid. People live in America and wave Mexican flags. People who love a country they don't live in, you know? Isn't that wild? This is why you... Oh, I already read that. 5 true believers is better than 1,000 yes men. Yeah, like... I don't want a following. Like... That guy sounds like a COVID baby. Like, I don't want people following me. I want people here just chilling. You know, I don't want to like tell people like following means like I'm like telling people this and then you're just, nah, man, I don't want to talk at all. I want people to tell me shit. I don't know everything at all. I don't know anything. I'm just a dude in California, man. I don't know dick from my own butt. You know, I'm just here, man. I only know my 2 + 2s and, you know, everything else is all hearsay. I don't want a following. I'm not a cult leader. This is not a cult. I want people coming in here and telling me what's up, and people who have a bigger life, live longer, more experience, people who've fought wars before I have, people who've been divorced, have kids, lost family, lost children. Oh, dude, I don't know anything, dude. I'm just a single dude. I don't know anything. I don't know much, man. I know how to fight a war in a desert. I know how to train for military combat. I know a little bit about policing and military police and working for a police department. I know like sales and marketing a little bit, you know, and from my old job. But other than that, man, I'm pretty I'm a virgin, man. I'm a baby boy. You know, I don't know much. I don't pretend I know a lot, man. Sometimes I do, I'm sure. But I'm wrong more than I'm right. That is for sure. I've been wrong more than I've ever been right. And if you think you're right, I'll just tell you, even if you are right, I'll tell you you're wrong right to your face, just to see how you react, you know? Because that's real funny. I just look out to get a kick in life, you know? I try not to take life too serious. It's hard not to, you know, with work. Shit, man, the first time I met my new boss, I was like, yep, I'm done. I'm out. Are you, Miller? What's up, Brian? So, yeah, Brian, I was a military police, 5811 in the United States Marine Corps. And then when I got out, I worked for a police department in California for a little bit. Yeah, a little knowledge with military policing and then just civilian life policing, man. They both suck. It's not a job I recommend. Because you're dealing with other people's problems. And that's the problem. You know, you got your own problems growing up. Look within you and fix your own problems before you start helping other people. That's... Because, you know, I was like 24. I would show up to 911 calls and, you know, some 70-year-old dude and some drunk lady or some baby mama drama. I couldn't relate to any of that. I was like, dude, you guys are grown-ups. You're drunk on a Tuesday afternoon. You know, it's a domestic violence, drugs, alcohol, and you see the same crap over. It's not that exciting of a job. It's very, very depressing, man, because you don't see the best of society. You always see the worst. And it could bring you down, man. If you're not mentally ready, you know, you don't go in like, oh, this doesn't bug me. He'll chip at you. whether you know it or not. And it'll change the way you look at, the world, and it'll change the way you think about everything, man. So it was, that's what I always wanted to do when I was little. I always wanted to be a cop, the cop from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I wanted to chase fools down, liquid metal type, dude. But you don't, there's not the smart guy planning the bank heist that you go bust. There's the junkie mom with 7 kids that has a big kangaroo pouch for a stomach, and she's trying to shoot up heroin in the bathroom, and the dad is, God know what the dad, you just see the just nasty stuff, man. Just sad, man. That's all you see is sadness, And then you wonder why people aren't happy with life, or vote the way they do, is because they don't know what they're doing with their own life. You got one life, you got one shot at this, man. And you think money, or I like to call money fun coupons. If fun coupons are the way you are having fun, you should be able to have fun with your imagination. If you need more fun coupons to get by on life, then man, you're gonna have a rough time. You're gonna have a rough time. Cardio. I care about food prices. Yeah, food prices. Food prices are something to care about. Sure. Yeah. Food's very important. If governments and weird businesses control the food, very important. Ladyboy, that about it. And keeping the ladyboys out, yeah. Female restrooms, and keeping cities clean and crime-free, no catch and release. Dude, cardio, man. You're more than welcome in here, brother. You talk just like me, man. You're all good, yeah. I agree with you 100% on that, cardio. Absolutely. What's up, Brian? Oh, the brain? I'm sorry. The brain. Pinky and brain? Get into anti-terrorism and physical security. It's better on the other side. Service with that in your resume. Yeah, I thought about it, man. When I first when I got out of the military and I got away from working for a police department, I didn't want to do any of that anymore, right? At like the age 26, 27, I got out of doing all that stuff. I wanted to do something completely different. I wanted to get a new skill set. I wanted to learn how business works, So I worked for a beer company in sales and marketing and distribution. And then I went and got hired for 11 years at a tobacco company in sales and marketing. So the beer company was only like 2 years. And then I've worked for a tobacco company for the rest of my time. 11 years, man. And I'm glad I did it that way, just to learn how huge tobacco companies work, huge business, how business actually works, and how much money they make and how much money they spend. Oh boy, it's a ton. I went through one tobacco company, bought another one. I went through the firing and hiring of layoffs. It was a great experience, man. I worked with a couple bosses that I liked, one that I didn't. Learned a lot, so I'm glad I did it that way. I might go back dude, I thought about joining ICE, dude. They're hiring. There's like a $50,000 bonus, dude. I'll work for them for like 3 years and then quit. Dude, I thought about it. I might throw in my resume just to see how it goes down, right? I mean, I've never been arrested or in trouble. I had tickets, speeding tickets, but I thought about it. My resume is legit. You know, I got all the experience working for a police department and military police. What do you guys think? I work for ICE. I'll tell you how it goes, man. The scoops, they pay over $130K to write memos and risk assignments. For me, I didn't even want to talk. Like, cause there's a way you speak when you work for law enforcement or in the military. I didn't even want to I wanted to change my vocabulary, you know. I wanted to totally get out of that mindset. They're going to lay them off with the next administration, go Federal Protective Services, or like Park Ranger or something. You know, something, I thought about it. Something where, you know, I can get a pretty solid gig and my background takes care of it all. I got security clearance, you know, I've been approved for that, or super duper security clearance, or whatever it was. We'll see, man. I'm gonna take the summer off, and actually, summer's still, it's August, right? Yeah. Take this probably Christmas year off, and next January, February, I'll print out the old resume and dust out the work clothes again and get to it. We'll see how it goes, man. For right now, I'm taking my my sabbatical, dude. Going to physical therapy, getting my body right. I feel a lot better physically, man. I feel strong. I feel real strong. Calling Sierra. Go back to Europe. Never been to Europe, brother. Europe's pretty disgusting in my eyes. I don't really like it. There's no boomsticks. How do you trust anyone if you can't have a boomstick? You know, the Second Amendment. Wow, I can't, man. Where they the redcoats have been officially taken over, man. I thought the redcoats were coming back, but I don't think so, man. I think England has been taken over by a bunch of Muslims, radical Muslims. It's gonna be a disaster for like 10 years. I'm never going to Europe. I was gonna fly to Egypt, but some family got sick and whatnot. But I'm only gonna go see those damn pyramids one day in my life. After that, I'm never gonna go anywhere. Ever. Europe sucks, dude. I'm not a fan. Anything before 1776 has been a mistake. So that's Ron Swanson, Parks and Rec. That's where I got that quote from. You can't free, you can free it. I don't know. I've never heard of this free Palestinian? Who's Palestinian? Free Palestinian? Is that a rapper? Free Palestinians Stop Genocide. What is a Palestinian? Is that a rapper? Did another rapper get locked up like O.J. Simpson or you know how they always like free Meek Mills or something? Is that a rapper? Yeah, the law dictates that, man. You can't just free someone for breaking the law. So I don't know what genocide's going on, but yeah, I don't. I can genocide anybody you want. I don't freaking care. Why would I freaking care? I live in Southern California, man. I'm worried about traffic, mortgage payment, gas prices are a big one. That's about it, man. My family's health, and baseball season's coming up, and for my nephew, and football season. That's what I care. The Palestinian guy, I can't free Palestine. I don't know. That sounds like a Muslim name anyways. You guys need to go in your own little dark hole and go back to the desert and shit. But or West Israel. Yeah, they're gonna build a couple hotels on that beachfront that they conquered a while ago. It's gonna be nice. Maybe a Trump Tower there would be pretty sweet. I wouldn't be surprised if we put a Navy base there, right? Dude, in Gaza? Okay, that's a Mediterranean Sea. We don't have, well, I mean, Italy's our good friend. But we don't have a Navy. Do we have a Navy like stronghold in the Mediterranean Sea? Bro. I think we're gonna put a Navy dockyard there, where our aircraft carriers or our battleships have somewhere to go. I think we use Italy a lot. Italy and us are pretty dope friends. You know, the whole World War II thing kind of put that into perspective. Maybe. Do you think Kash Patel is white? I don't know who Kash Patel is, and you mean the FBI guy? Isn't he Indian? I mean, Patel's an Indian name. He's from India, right? You got to be more specific when it comes to white. There's Irish, there's German, there's Poland, there's Latvia. I mean, there's a lot of white dudes. You got to be more specific than just the color white. But Patel's an Indian name there, good sir. I've worked with a lot of Patels in the tobacco industry. Holy moly. What a pit, and they all stink. That curry, man. Curry makes you stink. Naples in Italy. Okay, well, yeah, Naples. I figured we had something in Italy, right? Yeah. Some sort of base. Sicily, I'm sure we have a docking ports and stuff. Sixth Fleet, significant presence in the Mediterranean. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I kind of figured that we have stuff all over the Mediterranean, of course. But maybe, you know, something more, I don't want to say permanent, because we've been there forever, but I mean, Gaza's a new piece of territory, you know. Does Israel wanna hassle with it? Maybe give half of it to the U.S. since we're your buddies, and then we can build a Navy shipping yard there again or something. Like Okinawa, you know, in Japan. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I thought that was black unit. My grandfather told me I'm not African, but American Indian and Chechen? What's that? Geechee? Ah, man, that's crazy. Carriers and destroyers, I wouldn't be surprised as subs as well. Oh, yeah, man, everything. So, probably like a submarine dock. Something like that, man. For sure. I can see something getting built out there. And you got to think about it, like Robert. You go back in the Roman times, since Hannibal, probably farther than that. The Mediterranean Sea has been fought for millions of years, man. And, you know, it's pretty much, that'll be it, man. I mean, that's where all the pirates came out of. Tripoli, you know, all that shit. All right, Tripoli's, what is it? Where's the African one? There's one in that one, whatever. Libya, right? Libya, something like that. Whatever. The people love fighting over the Mediterranean Sea, man. You looking at chat too long, bro? Don't rear end someone. I won't, man. Thank you for the heads up. Quiz. Yeah, I wonder, that guy, Palestine, everyone's trying to free that guy Palestine. I don't know. I never heard of that guy. I don't think you can free someone if they committed a bunch of crimes. So he might be spending a long time in prison, that guy Palestine. Doesn't sound like a good man, you know? You can't free someone that's unfreeable. Are from the of South Carolina. Whoa. I never knew that, bro. That's cool. What? That's awesome. Man, you know, people in America have awesome backgrounds, man. You can talk to anyone, they'll be, oh yeah, we're from here. We ran away from communism here. Well, I mean, Indian tribe there, from Africa where, you know, Asia, what? I mean, never ending, man. Melting pot. We're just one big melting pot. Pinky in the brain. Pinky in the brain. I love that show, Pinky in the Brain. Good show. Good show. It'll be interesting, boys. We got a long haul. Once the Russia and Ukraine war are done, Israel will close out Gaza. And maybe once in my adult life, or just in my life in general, the 37 years I've been alive, and I might have peace in my lifetime. How about that? I want to put a shield around the United States, right? Like good old Tony Stark. Fuck the world. I'll just put a shield around the U.S. Everyone else, all the other countries suck, dude. Maybe Canada. I like Canada, even though their government's full of morons. And not Mexico, just like Rosarito and Taiwan. The rest of Mexico can suck my balls. Yeah, you know what? Let's just take over Taiwan and Rosarito and Baja. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Just the border cities. And then, you know, Canada. Canada, we gotta have Canada. It's all the trees and they got a lot of snow and stuff, you know. I heard they got good titty bars, you know. So we'll keep Canada because they got good titty bars, man. You gotta have bada bing, brother. You gotta send them to the bada bing, man. What's up, Maximus? My name is Maximus Decimus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. The U.S. is a mystery. Ooh, this is good. Hold on, man. I'm making a turn, so I can't be chopping it up and looking at my phone. The U.S. is mystery of Babylon. It will fall, and all the world's merchants shall mourn her loss. Isn't that Babylon? Isn't that like a religious thing? Like Babylon fell, and I don't know. The U.S. Here's the thing why the U.S. won't fall, my friend. All these people that are on the road, right? All these moms and dads, because that's a mom. I mean, you drive a station wagon and you're a mom or dad. They have their own little kingdom to keep afloat. So if you make a country where each family is its own little kingdom, because you have your own little country, your own property, very hard to collapse all the kingdoms in one place. If our federal government collapses or whatever, that's fine. Most Americans don't like our government anyways. So we're okay with it. If the state of California, our governor decides one day he just is not going to do his job, I'm okay with that. I'm okay because we don't need our state or federal government to keep our country going. That's not how America works. You know, if Germany gets bombed back to the Stone Age, they got to start all over. You know, the mark went down. Americans, we don't start all over. We just, oh yeah, something died over there. Yeah, okay. I move on with my day, you know? Everything in America is privately owned. So unless you go after everyone's private stuff, it will never fail. It's impossible. Because this has never been done. Think about it, guys. Over the millennias of millions of years, this has never been done before, man. Every day in America is a whole new adventure. You don't know what to expect at all. At all. No one knows what any other Americans get. Have you met an American woman? Have you? Dude, they'll tell you to F off. They can buy a boomstick, whatever they want. Most females either hook themselves out or try to find an American. Now you can pretty much say that about any Asian country, any European country. You know, we all grew up. Remember, we all grew up with Russian mail order brides, right? Dude, it can never fall, man. Like the United States will never fail. It's impossible. Maybe from within, but we'll just use our boomsticks and put Americans will put back to normalcy. We'll gather our boomsticks and go, that's the person that's bugging. We'll remove them and keep on keeping on, brother. We like to keep on keeping on, man. Most Americans just want a nice cold brewski at the end of the day, not be nagged at. Ladies, you know that nagging thing, you know it. Most women want a nice cold brewski at the end of the day too, like, and not be bitched at by their husband. It's the same thing, you know. How does that fail? How does that's what most Americans want, just to be left alone. All that other hoopla goopla crap, call me mumbo jumbo, don't matter, don't mean nothing, bro. Hey, roll the dice. How you doing, brother? Simplify, man. Welcome to the Devil's Compound, y'all. Come on in. Pool's warm. Beers are cool. Cheers. Go Bayside. Bubba beat. Bubba beat. Go Bayside. Make daddy a sandwich. That's right, brother. Make daddy a sandwich. I don't care what sandwich. I just want to see. I want to see her tookus make me a sandwich. Remember, it's the process. It's the drive there that's what's everyone happy. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't assimilate, you build the wall and deport them all, man. We're tired of most of it. If you guys are shocked the way Americans are acting or the way Trump is acting, well, that's how most Americans feel. It's over, man. The free ride's over. We've been doing this weird world police crap for years, man, and I grew up with it. Most people on here are listening. It's like, why do we get involved in all this shit? Well, we're done. We're gonna end it, and I don't want to hear about this guy named Palestine. It sounds like is that a dude or a chick? Palestine? It's like Jacqueline or Jacqueline. Like, is that Palestine? Like, who's this guy that needs to be free? I wish that guy the best of luck, but it doesn't sound like it's gonna. It looks like he's gonna either spend the rest of his life or die. Either way, I'm okay with it. I don't really care. I care about why this road is bumpy right now. That's what's really bugging me. This road is super uneven. It's making me kind of lean left. Hey man, hey, what's up, Chalk, I don't know. What's up, Chalk? I'm gonna call you Chalk. I love sandwich. Get this guy on Sean Ryan. On Sean Ryan? I don't even. Why would I don't even know, man. I wouldn't. I don't want to. No. I just want to do my thing, man, and hang out with you guys, man. I don't want to go on anybody else's stuff. I'm not into that stuff, man. I like listening to like Joe and Sean, but like sometimes they got people on that are like, one guy said China's gonna invade. Like, they have the weirdest people on that have seen UFOs and have. It's like, how old are you, man? You have a 25-year-old kid on that has all the secrets about UFOs. I was like, it's got to be exhausting, man. It's like hearing people's bullshit all the time. Here's the questions I like asking people, right? Where'd you grow up? How many people were in your high school? And what'd you do after high school? It'll give me the legit basis I need to know how to speak to you. Because if you say, I grew up in Wyoming, my classroom, my high school graduated 50 people, and I didn't work until I was 22, and my first job was at a grocery store. Yeah, me and you are not the same. That whole equality shit, that's not for citizens. We're not equal. That's for the government to treat everyone equal. We're not equal, man. No, me and Robert will come in and say, dude, he'll list off those four like the questions, and I'm like, oh, I talked to Robert. He has a lot of life experience. A lot of life experience. I'm looking for life experience, you know. Then we can have a normal conversation. There's people that you probably have heard that never been outside their hometown, and they want to talk about geopolitics with you. It's like, what? How do you want to talk geopolitics with me or business with me when you've never had a job and you never left her? That's really hard. We're not equal. I don't consider myself equal to anybody. And I hope you guys do the same. You know, a lot of people that listen to this channel, man, are moms of, single moms, maybe a single dad, divorced, been through the ringer, have paid a fucking child support, fought wars. There's people out there that haven't even, their balls haven't even dropped yet, and you want to talk to me? Well, fuck you, man. Get a job be a busboy at a restaurant out in California and tell me how fucking happy you are after you work 10 hours on the border, dude. We're getting hit by someone that doesn't speak English. Yeah, that's fucking fun. Yeah, no, we're not. You live in Wyoming, man, where there's a classroom size of 10 and you all fuck each other's parents, Get out of here. Get out of here. Forget about it, man. Forget about it. What's up, Airborne? Semper Fi, Devil Dog. How you doing, man? LOL, I'm more worried about your beer getting warm than I am about you guys. My God. Airborne, that's getting pinned, my guy. Hey, you're a good friend. You're a good friend, man. I appreciate you really looking after my beer. I'll make sure it's never cold. Shame on me. Semper Fi, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for taking care of my brewski. Sometimes I get in a random. My brewski's got to be cold, man. It's just got to be. Airborne, brother. Semper Fi, man. I'm guessing you might be an Army hua. I appreciate your service, man. I'm glad if you're not, or just cool name, love it, man. Semper Fi, brother. Mister, it's not Gaza versus Israel. There's that Palestine guy again. Who's Palestine? I don't know anyone named Palestine. Why does everyone want to free this guy named Palestine? I can't. I don't know who that Palestine is. I hope he's free. I hope someone breaks him out of jail. But yeah, we care about the oil. That's right, brother. Oil. What you say? Who's cooking, bitch? The Dave Chappelle? Who's cooking? I'm smelling. Who said anything about oil? You cooking? Yes, Army. I served with Marines in Iraq. Thank you for your service. Oh, Airborne Semper Fi, brother. I made this channel for vets like us, man. Shit, we might have been in Iraq together, brother, because I was in the Marine Corps and I served with a bunch of Army guys in Iraq, man. I appreciate you. I really do. You're always welcome here, man. You always got a voice on this channel. Correct me as if we're still in the military, brother. Hell yeah. My unit burned the Quran in 2012. That a boy. That a boy. We had to use it as toilet paper. I ran out of baby wipes once, and good toilet paper. Good toilet paper. My buddy took a big old deuce in someone's house and then used it as toilet paper. He didn't do it to be mean. He really had to go, and we didn't have toilet paper. It was just, it's kind of I don't mean it to be disrespectful, but yeah, it was funny. It made me laugh. I'm fighting the VA for my benefits right now. Wish me luck. Oh, brother. Semper Fi, Phoenix Fire, man. I just got done. It's possible, man. I just got done going through that mess. Probably 9 months it took me. It's possible, man. Just keep going. Keep going. You'll get them. I promise you. And I'm sure if you've heard stories of people getting benefits that never were even deployed. They probably have better benefits than you too, huh? And you were probably deployed. That's the cockamamie crap I went through too, brother. Call Barry Law. Oh, really? Barry Law Firm. No, we followed protocol and it was caused a massive riot Bagram? Really? Well, it makes sense. Yeah, we weren't following protocol. My buddy just had to go poo. He just really had to go poo. And the people that saw it, they were cool about it. You know, I'm sure it's like, I'm Catholic, man. If you want to wipe your ass with the Bible, like, okay, fine. Whoever's Bible, they'll just buy another one. Because it's old doesn't mean it's right, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about that. Where am I going here? Give me a sec, boys. Twice. Dwight Schrute. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. I did one. And I didn't want COVID bullshit. Oh, I'm in the burn pit. Oh, registry. Oh, yeah. Phoenix Fire, dude. I called about the burn pits too, man. So I guess I did. I really did the other day, just maybe a couple weeks ago. From my understanding, I live in California. So they were like asking people to call about the burn pits. And you had to like prove that you were deployed, and you almost had to prove that you were around burn pits. Now, from my understanding, if you were deployed around pretty much from any time, point A to point B, from this time, you're automatically in the register. I think, because I called the number at the VA, I talked to someone, they even called me back. I left a message and they called me back. And I was like, hey, I heard I have to check about my name being in the registry for the burn pits. I heard it's like Agent Orange, like, can you, and they explained to me like, everyone should be in it because no one was signing up for it or it was too big of a pain in that, they wanted some, not service connected. They kept doing that shit. So hopefully it's squared away now. I don't know if that's what I was told, so I'm not sure if that's right or wrong. Double check my work. Hey, Marissa, how you doing? Semper Fi, how you doing? What's going down, girl? chicky boom. Chicky boom, chicky boom. I was watching The Mask. Was that from The Mask? Milo. Phew. Little traffic, not bad. Gotta just maneuver between these big old... Dude, you guys see that illegal? Make that a abrupt U-turn on a fucking state highway, and that minivan went right under it. Did you guys see that video, dude? Did you guys see that video? Dude, their whole bodies got they got all decapitated, man. Like, we need to deport everyone. Everyone, dude. I got ICE's number hooked up in my phone, man. I might start ratting people out around here, man. Because that piece of shit, dude, he had zero remorse. He was like, oh, someone nailed me. Like, whatever. Fuck that guy, dude. Hope that dude gets his ass pounded in prison, man. I can't. Indians are next, man. Indians are the next on the hit list after Mexicans and people from South America. Indians are just as bad, dude. They can be. Just as bad as Chinese. I used to live by a Chinese birthing house, dude. So at night, these like 3 or 4 Chinese ladies would walk around at like 3 in the morning. And they weren't little pregnant. They were like 8 months pregnant. And my mom, you know, being a mother, you know, mothers stay up all night and worry about everything. And my mom would look out her window and see these big old fucking Chinese chicks walk around. Chinese birthing houses, man. It's a true thing. Registry enrollment is now automatic for veterans in service. Ah, okay. All right. I came back with headaches and weird whoa. Injuries put me at 100%. Good. The brain, good. I'm glad you got 100%, man. People get jealous when you tell them that, man. People that talk about Monday morning quarterbacks, backseat drivers, or people that talk about war or winning wars that never fought a war, they hate that you have benefits. They hate that you have to work. They wish you, they hate you. Yeah. Oh, where am I going now? I can do that way. I gotta go get my dad a present. My dad's turning 71, devil dogs. 71, man. So tired of Ukraine and Russia drama. Oh, dude. We all are, dude. I just get it, like, whoever wins, just get it over with. I don't care. I'll take it. I'll take that land if no one wants it, you know? Israel and Gaza, dude. Israel, just hurry up, man. Just... Israel's taking their time. I don't blame Israel. You know, the people in Gaza are going to get their fucking asses kicked for doing what they did. Imagine, man. I mean, we lost, you know, let's round up 3,000 people in 9/11. Israel lost roughly 3,000 people October 6th. You know, what would you do? What would you do if you were in charge? I would invade a country for years. I would make everyone would die. Wild, man, wild. Pinky in the brain. Our first sergeant forced us to do it before we left the country. Oh, nice, dude. Pinky in the brain. Pinky in the brain. Whoa, truck. Yeah, I'm tired, dude. I'm tired of these fucking politicians that show up. I'm tired of people not understanding English and not speaking English correctly, speaking like a true American. I gotta go, what? I can't hear you. You know, I'm sick of accents. Like, I wanna, it's weird, you know? Give it time, though. 3.5 more years, Devil Dogs, we'll be back. we just, most Americans were sleeping for a while, man. We were working. We're getting shit done, fighting wars and taking names, man. But not no more, man. Not no more. We all done with that stuff. We all done. Another poor soul suffering from PTSD. Post-traumatic Trump disorder. What is that? People that talk about Trump all the time have TDS, Trump derangement order or syndrome. Hey, devil dogs, that's it for me today. Hey, Squiggly Line, where you live? I live in wherever Squiggly Line. TDS, yeah, Candy James, mom. Anyways, devils, I'm going up this weird little mountain. If I keep going, I'm going to lose you guys, so I'm going to end the stream today. I appreciate you guys, man. Like, subscribe, join the Discord. Candy, I love you, mama. Alyssa, you guys, Bobo, everyone listening. James, Timeless Time. You guys know who you are. Simplify, guys. Robert, thanks for hanging out with me, brother. You guys take care and have a good Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for another adventure. And we might do something. I might get out of town and we'll see. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. You guys enjoy. And hey, simplify.